in February the 6th, 2021. At nighttime, I was pulled over by a state trooper. To make a long story short about that, he said that I was driving drunk and he arrested me. He put me in handcuffs and said he was arresting me for DUI. He did a standard field sobriety test on me, and he took the thing that I blew in off camera. He took it off camera and then he put it back on camera and showed what it said. Now, see, I ain't no fool. I know any device that has been made by man can do whatever that device want that man to do if he created it. And see, from what I believe, whatever he did, he made that device that you blow in, he made it say whatever it want. This officer made it say whatever he wanted it to say. Because I was not drunk, but he said I was drunk because of what that thing said. But if you see the footage, if you see the video from the camera on his shirt, he took that device off camera and did something to it and put it back on camera. Then he put me in handcuffs. He arrested me and forced me into the backseat of the car because I did not agree to him arresting me. I did not agree of him taking me anywhere. He did that by force. On camera, you can see that I was resisting him from getting inside the car. He had to call backup. He had to call backup to help him put me in the car because I was not willing, nor did I agree to him taking me to jail or to wherever he wanted to take me, because this is the way I see it. I was not drunk. I was not driving drunk. You took that device off camera and did something to it, and you put it back on camera. Not only that, you came way out your way to find me. Right before this state trooper, he stopped me and pulled me over. Right before that, a drone was following me. See, that's the reason why I said that this state trooper came out his way. Now, he say he pulled me over for a headlight, but immediately you asked me, have I been drinking? As soon as you came into the car, you say you smelled alcohol, but I don't believe anything he say because of the simple fact he came out the way and I know I wasn't drinking. I had just woke up from being I was asleep for probably about 6-7 hours. I had just woke up. This man forced me into the backseat of his patrol car and took me to Montgomery County Jail. A DUI is a misdemeanor charge. You take me to Montgomery County Jail, which is a felony jailhouse. Montgomery County Jail is a federal, it is a felony jailhouse, not a misdemeanor jailhouse. That's what the city jail is for. But he took me straight to Montgomery County Jail, which is a felony jailhouse. These folks gave me a bond and did not let me make bond. But see, at the same time, these folks did not let me make bond because they never had any intentions on letting me make a bond. And a DUI bond is not a high bond. From what I was told, that my folks had went to a bail bondsman place and got a bail bondsman to try to bond me out, but I never got bonded out. I never got bonded out because everything they said about my folks was trying to bond me out was a lie. They never had any intentions of trying to bond me out. I found out a few days later that they tried to say that I was locked up on February 7th. But at approximately about 9 something at night, I was pulled over by the state trooper. And this February the 6th. It's not February the 7th until 12 o'clock. I found out a couple of days ago, these folks tried to say I was locked up February the 7th. And not only did they say that, they tried to say that I was locked up by my parole officer on February the 7th. That same night that these folks locked me up, one of the jailhouses where I stayed inside. Okay, when you go to the city jail for a DUI, you can't be released until after 4 hours. And then you have to take a breathalyzer test again before you be released. In Montgomery County Jail, these folks ain't do no breathalyzer test on me to sometime the very next day, but it was hours away from 4 hours. These folks ain't never had any intentions of letting me go. Because you already took me to the wrong facility. So what I'm saying is they kidnapped me. This state trooper kidnapped me because the government told them to do it. This state trooper kidnapped me because the government told this man to arrest me for DUI when he knew he was lying. They made a fake charge to put me in handcuffs and lock me up. If you're going to arrest somebody for DUI, why haven't you taken them to the right facility? Anybody in their right mind will know something ain't right about that. Then they had the nerve to tell me that, then these folks told me that, that whatever bail bondsman was supposed to come and get me, they told me a few months later that the bail bondsman came off my bond, but they was lying the whole time. Nobody never tried to bond me out. But like I said, they try to use the fact that I was still on parole to hold me in the county jail, but they used the fact they used the fact that I was on parole to hold me in there. But they try to say that this was because of DUI. But why am I sitting in the county jail for a DUI? See, they already knew I was on parole. But see, they thinking I'm stupid. They thinking I'm stupid and don't know better and don't know what's going on. That's the reason why they did what they did, because they thinking that I don't know what's going on. They think I'm just anybody out here in this world just doing whatever. Then, like I said, because I made a video before about this. Then, like I said before, a few days later, a mental health specialist came to see me. I never asked to see this woman. I never asked to see her at all. But she came to see me, and I declined seeing her to her face. Then a whole nother mental health specialist came to see me, and I declined her. I told her if she come back that I would not be coming to see her. I would not be talking to her. So she never came back. But these folks put me inside a cell block full of federal informants. Ain't nobody in this cell block is for me. Nobody. I couldn't find that out later. When nobody in this cell block for me at all, there was all federal informants put around me. So that means you already done. You already done kidnapped me. So that right there explains it all. You took me to the wrong facility. You lied about the charge, and you took me to the wrong facility. And then you're gonna put me in a cell block full of people that is not for me, don't care anything about me, and every last one of these guys are against me, but they pretending and they seem they're pretending and portraying to be for me every day, but all of them against me. Every single day, these folks fed me drugs and chemicals in my food every single day. Every single day on somebody, they was not, see, this is the federal government I'm talking about here. This is the federal government who have power to do a lot of things. These folks weren't only putting drugs and chemicals and poisonous chemicals in my food trays from the county jail, but when I order my commissary, I was getting drugs and chemicals in my snacks that I was buying from the commissary. I wish I could prove that, but you can't take nothing out of there. They ain't gonna allow you to, because they know that the government is doing things in there against people. So they don't even allow you to take your snacks and stuff that you buy in the county jail to prison. If you really think about it, then you will know that the government doing evil in them county jails. The only way you can take your snacks and stuff out of that county jail is if you make bond. And if you are able to make bond, then they're not gonna give you nothing. They're gonna give it to you when they know you ain't going nowhere. And if you go any elsewhere, and these folks are putting drugs and chemicals in your food trays or in your commissary snacks, then you go into prison and you can't take it with you. Then 2021, a officer came in the cell block, and I told him to do not feed us on lockdown because they have been feeding us on lockdown for, I want to say, probably about 2 months straight. And they kept putting poisonous drugs and chemicals in my food. And it was given to me on lockdown because I was in cell 9. I was in cell 9 with a diabetic who get a diabetic tray, and I get a regular tray. So it is easy to give me whatever they want to when they come to my cell, because they know it's 2 kind of trays that's going in the cell, a regular tray and a diabetic tray. And they know that I'm going to have to accept the regular tray, which they was putting drugs and chemicals in. And the other person get the diabetic tray because he was so-called a diabetic. But couldn't find out he was one of them. He was a federal informant. See, this is what the federal government do. This is the type of thing that the federal government do. They play like they saints, but they are crook. They are nothing but a bunch of crook. They evil and they perverse. (2021) August the 4th, I posted a sign that I had written down about what these officers was doing for the federal government to me inside the county jail. And that officer came in that cell that night, and I told him not to feed on lockdown. That very same night, that officer went in that booth. As soon as they let us off lockdown, I took a shower and I posted up on the top tier by the cell that I was at, in front of a camera. This officer told the inmates in the block that I was masturbating, but I was not masturbating off nobody. It was not a woman in the It was not a woman in the cell block, no way. And I am not a homosexual, so I'm not gonna be masturbating off men. So who was I masturbating off? Because I'm not a homosexual, period. I don't like men, I don't get down that way, period. So who I'm masturbating off? Ain't no woman there. But this officer told the inmates that I was masturbating. Two of the inmates, one was my cellmate, and another inmate came up to my cell and told me that I had to leave out the cell block. Soon after, a bunch of other inmates, soon after that, I told those inmates that I wasn't going nowhere. Soon after that, a bunch of other inmates in that same cell block that was put there by the federal government, against me, came up there, and all of them jumped on me, and one of them stabbed me in my back. I tell you no lie. One of them. Let me get this phone straight. So I can show you the truth. That mark right there, that mark right here is where I was stabbed in the back by a ice pick. By a federal government informant. Then they threw me inside an isolation cell, and they kept feeding me all they drugs, poisons, and chemicals. And these drugs were some serious drugs. I lost a whole lot of weight. I lost probably all my fat weight, and I lost a lot of muscle weight. I lost a lot of muscle weight. On somebody, these drugs were so serious and so damaging to the human body. If I would have kept consuming them drugs, I would have died. These folks was feeding me things that was like every time I ate, these certain drugs and chemicals, I'm talking about very extreme hunger pains. Very extreme hunger pains, but I just ate. I got very extreme hunger pains, but I just have eaten. Even when I came up with the plan to start taking whatever I could and washing it in water, it still didn't work. These drugs were strong. These folks were feeding me drugs to kill me slowly because I had lost so much weight. I'm talking about this stuff was eating the meat off my flesh. It was eating the meat off my bones. I ain't had no fat to lose. I ain't had nothing but muscle, and it was eating the muscle off my bones. In 2G12 on the second floor. 2G12 is the second floor that's the second floor in number 12 cell inside an isolation hallway. It got a camera. As soon as you come in the door, it got a camera right above that door. The whole time I was in there, and they put me in lockup, and I was the one that jumped on. Why? Because they wanted to get me away from all the federal government informants that was put there against me. A female sergeant, she came to my cell. She came to my cell that night, and I told her that she better not write me a disciplinary for that. And I still got the false disciplinary that she gave me. She called herself doing a false disciplinary, didn't sign her name on it, didn't even print her name on it by the computer, didn't do nothing, just brought it to my cell and say, we find you not guilty. Because she was afraid, because she knew what went on. She knew what was going on. She probably already knew that it was going to happen August the 4th, 2021, when that officer told them inmates to jump on me. She probably already knew it. But at the same time, every officer that came around me in that cell know that I was illegally incarcerated and wouldn't let me go because the federal government told them not to. As if they had right or legal, lawful authorization to hold me. Those folks was holding me against my will. The state trooper kidnapped me, took me to the wrong facility, put a fake charge on me, gave me a fake judge. Somebody gave me a fake judge. And they forced me to see this judge multiple times as if they had right to. They forced me. They even jumped on me. These officers jumped on me a few times. They jumped on me. These officers jumped on me. I think it was September the 23rd. These officers forced me out of the cell to try to force me to court to a judge that I should not even be seeing. I'm in the wrong facility. I'm in a wrong facility, so why should I have to see anybody? You sitting up here pretending as if you got right to do what you doing by forcing me to see a judge that I do not even supposed to have because I'm in a wrong facility. Even if this was a real DUI, it would be my first DUI. It takes 3 DUIs to make a felony. So all in all, however you put it, I'm in the wrong house and they are unlawfully doing what they did. It takes 3 to make 1. If you ain't got 3 of them, you ain't got 1. Do you hear me? If you ain't got 3, you ain't got 1. The wrong jailhouse. Nobody makes a mistake that big. As I say, the federal government been stalking me for the longest. For the longest. And for what? Nobody came to me and never said anything to me. They done had folks to flat my tire, shoot at me and everything, and I ain't got no beef with nobody, don't owe nobody nothing, ain't did nothing to nobody. And they have done all that since I've been out of jail in 2023 when I got out of since I got out of prison in March the 1st of this year, 2023. They've been persecuting me harder than ever because I know everything that they did and they want me to be for me. I mean, they want me to be for them because I know all the crooked things that they have did and I got proof. I got a whole lot of proof. Proof that they cannot stand up to in a high system. I'm talking about things that they will fall surely if I bring it before a federal courthouse, and I'm gonna bring it before I'm gonna bring it before the highest federal courtroom. When it's time to go, we going to the highest. We ain't going to nothing low. We ain't going to nothing low. That's beneath me. That's beneath me. And I ain't saying that those people is beneath me. I ain't got time for that. We going straight to the box. We going to the highest with it. We going to the highest with it. We ain't going to nothing low. We ain't going to nothing low. We going to the highest with it. These folk kidnapped me and tortured me for 2 years. These folk gave me a fake time sheet and said, this is when you get out. I'm talking about the time sheet didn't even have Central Records on it. And we all know Central Records hold the records of Alabama. Central Records hold the records for the Department of Corrections. These folks would not give me a real time sheet. They fabricated a time sheet and gave it to me and said, this is when you get out. And the time sheet is so incorrect. It is so incorrect that they got things on there that should not even be on there. But one of the things was that my EOS that was in 2023 for a robbery charge that I caught when I was an early teenager. 2021, my time was gonna be over with for that robbery charge. These folks forced me to do until 2023. You can't make a mistake that big. Ain't no way you can make a mistake that big. Some people Some people may make a mistake of being off a few months maybe. And for real, I can't even see that. Maybe a couple days. But you can't even make a mistake with a couple of days if the courthouse already then set your time. Only thing you gotta do is see what it say and put it on file. If you do anything else, you add to what somebody else don't have. These folks been plotting on me. They knew that I was getting ready to come off of parole, and they tried to use that because these folks have been persecuting me long before then. They've been persecuting me long before then, but they knew I was getting ready to come off. These folks knew I was getting ready to come off of parole, and these folks devised a plan against me to lock me up before I come out so they can make me do extra time when my time was over with. When my time was over with, them folks did not release me. I was still in the county jail. I was still in the county jail when my time was done. I was still in the county jail when my time was complete. These folks put me on a van and shipped me to prison. Shipped me to a prison that was not even supposed to be open with a bunch of federal informants. Because how I know that these dudes were federal informants, because they came on the same van that I was brought to a prison that was supposed to be shut down. And they took me down the hallway at this prison called Draper. Draper was supposed to be shut down. They put me inside a cell block with a bunch of federal informants. And some of the people that rode the van with me, I never seen them again. I never seen these folks no more. Then these folks shipped me to Kilby Correctional Facility. These folks shipped me to Kilby Correctional Facility. And I think the very first day I got there, these folks had an officer to give me a tray to give me a food tray in the food line with COVID-19 in it. See, that wasn't the first time they gave me COVID-19. I was working for a dude one time, and he gave me, who was a federal informant, a white guy. I was working for him, and he gave me a piece of cake with the COVID-19 in it. I thought I was going to die. I ain't never felt that way before. I thought I was going to die, but God. But after 3 days, I got up out the bed and I went back to work. But I thought I was going to die. I had pains everywhere. But the first day I got to Kilby, these folks had an officer give me COVID-19 in my food. That time, it didn't do me like it did the first time. I guess because my body was getting used to it. But I had a real bad fever. But again, like after 3 days, the fever went away. But the first time, I heard a lot of people. I heard a lot of people around me that I know and that I talked to say they had the COVID-19, but I never heard any of them say that they had all the symptoms as I did, because them folks gave me the real COVID-19. Them folks gave me the COVID-19 to kill me. I had all the symptoms, diarrhea and everything. I could not even go to sleep because I had nothing on my stomach. I couldn't do nothing but drink liquids. I couldn't eat. So every time I get ready to go to sleep, I be finna take a dump on myself, because when you go to sleep, your muscles relax. And I can barely sleep because I didn't want to take a dump on myself, so I had to get up and go take a dump, because I ain't doing that but shooting out liquids. Because that's what the COVID-19 do. It give you diarrhea. And what it had me doing, I couldn't eat. But the very day I got to Kilby or prison, they had an officer to give me COVID-19 again. Every time I went to ate at any prison that they sent me to, every time I ate, they made sure that I was getting what I was not supposed to be getting by law. They made sure they put something in my food that I was not supposed to be consuming. And every time it was something harmful. These folks would not let me contact any outside authorities. They would not let me talk to I&I, which come to all prisons to assist inmates and officers. They would not. I wrote all kinds of letters to the Department of Justice, to Central Records. I wrote all kinds of letters to everybody, to all kinds of people. And I posted these letters on camera on such and such days. I never got a response from anybody. I got one fake response just to make me think that the time they gave me is real, because they trying to tell me that in 2023, they were trying to tell me in 2023, March the 1st was my real original release date, when I know they lying. I had a 20-year sentence. I had 20-year sentence in 2001. How in the world is 2023 March the 1st 20 years? That's over 20 years. Them folks made me do extra time because of their own evil will. And the whole time they tortured me. Whole time they tortured me. They had folks to jump on me. They had folks to do all kinds of things to me. But see, I know one thing, and they still bother me right now. And I'm gonna tell you why they bother me right now. Because everything that I'm saying right now, I can prove it. See, they want me afraid of them. That ain't gonna happen. These folks shoot at my car and everything while I'm here. Right here on this same road that I'm posted on right now. On 5900. I mean, not 59. This is Provost Avenue off Troy Highway. These folks had folks to shoot at my car right here while I'm here, trying to get me off this street because you got a camera on this road. They done had all type of police come to my car trying to convince me to leave all this road. I ain't got to go nowhere. I pay for this road. I pay for the road just like everybody else. I pay taxes. Every time I go anywhere and buy anything, I got to pay taxes on it. I pay for the road. These folks trying to get me to leave off over here for the long, but see, I ain't doing nothing. But they don't want me here because that camera right there. And that camera see everybody coming here. See everybody come here, see everybody leave. And I done made videos about that on my other phone. See, I just bought this phone here. But these folks keep persecuting me, trying to make me afraid of them because I got evidence against everything that I done said in this video and in the past. Got evidence against all of it. I got evidence against all of it. Anytime I get ready, I can push that button. Anytime I get ready, I can push that button. And they've been doing all type of things to try to hinder me, block me, stop me in whatever way they can. Because I won't be afraid of them. See, they want me to be afraid of them, so I'll be for them. That ain't gonna never happen. I will never be for you. I will never be for you. I will leave this world. And I will never, nobody can never ever say that I was for your evil will. Never. Because y'all got folks doing every type of thing that ain't right. Y'all got folks breaking the law. Y'all got folks breaking the law, but you say you a law-abiding citizen. You say you uphold the law, but y'all got people breaking the laws to do your will. Y'all got folks breaking the laws every day. Y'all give folks guns, give folks drugs. Y'all folks give folks all type of means to break the law against people that is not for you and don't want to be for you. So you have folks to break the law for you. You give people permission to break the law in all kinds of ways to go against people that are not for you. They are not about what you about. I'm really kind of shocked or just a little bit shocked because I ain't heard no gunshots the whole time while I'm making this video. Because normally they'll have somebody shoot their guns. Normally they'll have somebody shoot their guns because I done said something to them or about what they doing. Or try to make me afraid. I'm really surprised they ain't heard no gunshots. See, that's their threat right there. On many occasions, they told me that they gonna shoot me and kill me. On many occasions, they done did that in certain ways. Sometimes even verbally. I'm talking about, that's the way the government operate. That's the way these folk operate. They speak in all kinds of ways. If you understand, then you understand. And then if you understand, they gonna keep on doing because you know what they trying to insinuate when they making threats. These folks ain't right. These folks ain't right, and they know for a fact that I know that they ain't right. These folks kidnapped me. These folks had a state trooper lock me up in the wrong facility. And they had the whole county jail. They had the whole Montgomery County jail they had all the officers bringing me poison in my food. You know they ain't right. And for what? What I did to you for deserve that? What did I do to any one of these people to deserve that? Ain't nobody told me none of that I did. Ain't nobody told me none I did. And this is the federal government. I ain't never been picked up and questioned by no federal government. So what you doing it for? Ain't nobody came to me and said nothing about nothing. But for the longest, they've been persecuting me. And this has been for years now. I'm talking about these folks made me do illegal time. I'm talking about these folks made me do illegal time just to torture me. I'm talking about the government and these folk, and that's the reason why so many people are afraid of them, because a lot of people know what they do because they carry out their will. A whole lot of people know what they do because they are the ones that are carrying out their will. But see, you got a lot of folks that don't know, and I'm going to expose it. I'm going to expose it. If God be with me and he is, I'm going to expose what they do. For God told me to expose what the wicked do in secret. You can go look that up in the Bible. He said, expose what the wicked do in secret. And see, all these things they do in secret. All these things they do in secret. They would not even let me contact outside authorities at all. They wouldn't even let me talk to I and I, even though I asked multiple times. I posted things on camera. I posted things on camera in front of officers. I done told the warden of the prison and everything. I need to talk to I and I. I'm doing illegal time. The only thing they told me, the only thing they kept telling me is that my time is correct, but I'm knowingly lying. I'm knowingly lying because I know how much time I had. I know how much time the judge giving me. I know what this time sheet's saying. This time sheet is saying more than 20 years. But I was given 20 years by the judge. If my time started in 2001 and you telling me that I get out in 2023, but I was given 20 years, add it up. Ain't no way that's correct. False imprisonment. False imprisonment. And I want justice about it. Kidnap, false imprisonment, and I want justice about it. False imprisonment, kidnap, torture, abuse of authority. I want justice about it all, and I shall have it just as long as God be with me and he is for me. I want justice about that. And I'm going to seek justice. I'm going to seek justice as long as I have to until I get it. I don't care what y'all come against me with, because my phone is hacked right now. They listen to everything that I'm saying. They hear me and they see me. They watch me through my camera right now. My phone feel like it been set on top of something that's very hot because they got the apps running trying to kill my battery. Right now, they watching me through my phone and they listen to every word I'm saying. I want justice. I want justice, and you know I ain't playing. I try to call people today that you was blocking me from doing. I want justice. I want justice. Off record, I told you what I told you. Off camera, I done told you what I told you. You probably record that, but I really don't care because it ain't nothing to record. But you already know what I said. And I meant that. But now it's over with. It's over with. I want justice. I want justice. I want justice, and I'm going to seek justice. I'm going to seek justice no matter what. So do what you do. Come with all you going to come with. It doesn't matter to me. I'm gonna seek justice. Y'all already been doing all type of foul things to me and against me for years. And ain't none of it faze me. You try to keep me locked up. You try to poison me. You try to do all type of things to me. But I'm still standing. I'm still alive. And I'm still here. And I'm still saying I want justice. And I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it if the Lord will. I'm going to get justice.